paintbrushes were holding me back, so I decided to create a piece using bubbles instead. I was able to come up with 4 unique ways to paint with bubbles. You might love these ideas so much that you decide to try them for yourself. Giant canvas. This thing is huge. The thing I find the most shocking about this technique is that it's been around forever. A younger version of yourself probably tried it in preschool, because when you use a straw to blow into a mixture of paint, water, and soap, it's just magical. And that's really what this experiment is all about. This is definitely gonna work. If you went to art school like me, you were probably trained to have a limited freedom of expression. Don't get me wrong, I loved art school. I just wish my teachers helped me focus more on finding my own unique creative voice. Because it turns out it's a huge part of who I am, and without it, I'm unmotivated and uninspired to do anything. Not having a voice made me feel lost, and it always seemed like my work was missing something. Here's a giant bubble. Oh shoot, that was a mistake. I'm sure it'll be okay. Oops. So I'm just gonna take my cup and do this. It's really fun. I like that a lot. So now that I've created the base of color that I'm happy with, I'm going to take circular objects that I gathered from around my house and place them where I want to separate the color. Now I'm going to leave this for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to come back and see how it looks. I'd be lying if I said I completely gave up my paintbrushes. I use my brushes to paint in the details that I can't create with bubbles. The bubbles are just there for inspiration. My paintbrushes are more like the supporting actor instead of the lead. Using bubbles along with my paintbrushes in this way gives me the space to be unique and creative in my own way. All you need for this technique is an old sock, a plastic bottle, soap, water, and paint. Oh no, my sock started to blow off. Yeah, so I don't know if it's gonna actually work the way I want it to, because it's really making tiny bubbles. I didn't like the way that this turned out, so I actually went in and I painted in the areas that I felt like I lost a little too much of the tiger. Now, I buy a lot of ridiculous things off of Amazon, but this was probably my most favorite purchase ever. This thing is too much fun. No regrets. Even as an adult, I find a toy like this magical. Like everything else I tried today, I don't know if this is going to work. really like that effect. Look at it, it's so cool. Oh my gosh, look at what I did to my wall. I'm so proud of who I am, which is why I enjoy getting messy while I work. Hello! My goal is to create some giant bubbles and place them in front of the tiger to add more depth to this piece. So hopefully this works. If it doesn't, I'll just paint them in by hand. Look at that. So far we're failing. Well, that was unexpected. It's all about the process. This isn't working, so it's time to go to plan B. I'm gonna outline my cup with white paint, and then I'm going to place the cup wherever I want. I've always loved creating things alone, and it's something that I've continued to do as an adult. I went a little crazy and I added a bunch of bubbles. There are so many unique ways to become inspired and to find your voice as an artist. If you need some help, go ahead and watch this video next, where I share how I use an everyday object to paint a beautiful waterfall.